We never know what God will do with a single moment, a day, or 20 years. In 1999, when a small group of believers started to meet together and ask God, why not use us? We just wanted to be faithful. We had no idea that God would use those small steps of faithfulness to not only impact our families, our neighborhoods, and our city, but soon people all around the world. We are humbled and grateful to see how, as we have made room for the next 10, 100, 1,000 followers of Christ that soon followed, that God would use you to restore marriages, to disciple the next generation of church leaders, to heal spiritual and physical and emotional wounds, and change lives forever. More than ever, we're convinced that God is going to use this body as we daily devote to Him. This is not our plan, this is God's plan. Let's go, Watermark.
One of the biggest ways that God has surprised us is through the strengthening and restoration of marriages within our body, including my own marriage. God has transformed thousands of marriages here at Watermark and touched over 15,000 marriages across the country through our ministry called Reengage.
Another thing that we didn't see coming would be that Tuesday would become known as Porch Day for thousands of young adults across the U.S. Each week in more than 15 cities, young adults gather at porch locations, coming together, praising God, learning what it looks like to live authentically, be in community, and be on mission in their workplace.
Now each year on Memorial Day weekend, we get to bring our porch locations together and thousands more at our Awaken conference and see how God is moving through His young adults.
It's because of what God is doing in these ministries that Watermark Resources was formed to serve and share with churches globally. Last year at our Church Leaders Conference, over 1,700 church leaders came from around the world to see these ministries firsthand. And many of them have taken these ministries back to their churches and are implementing them now.
Another initiative you'll see in action in 2020 is our new mobile clinic, which will allow Watermark Health to bring the same excellent medical care from our urgent care clinics to people all over the city. Over the last 6 years, our 2 Watermark urgent care clinics in Plano and Dallas have treated over 40,000 patients from 125 different countries and have saved residents over $10.7 million. We've doubled down on our Acts 1:8 mission to bring the gospel to the ends of the earth, and we are sending teams all over the world, from Haiti to India, Turkey, El Salvador, Central Africa, and many others, to train church leaders, work with children, and serve with our partners worldwide.
Among all the ways that we serve, we find that the most impactful way that we can serve others is through spiritual restoration. And an amazing driver for this has been Regeneration, which is our biblically based, Christ-centered 12-step program. So what started as a small recovery meeting with people who were walking in the side door because they were afraid to be seen, that same group has now grown to thousands and become one of the largest midweek gatherings on all of our campuses, as those people are calling others to find the healing and freedom that they have found as a result of a new life in Christ.
What makes this more amazing is that we just finished our first session of Regeneration for Students, where kids in grades 6 through 12 are openly confessing their sin and seeking biblical recovery in Christ. In addition to that, more than 2,000 students are being discipled by young adults who have committed to serving up to 7 years as these future church leaders make their way through junior high and high school.
Another way we are building into the future is through the Watermark Institute. It's really taken off over the past few years. We are now offering both the residency and the fellowship program, and our graduates are leaving here and starting and strengthening churches both at home, in Dallas, Texas, and across our nation.
Men and women from the Institute have been an incredible blessing at the Plano campus as we seek to reach the next 100. We're expanding our ability to serve more people at the Plano campus, and we're doing that by launching Porch North with the Frisco campus, and also by serving our community with 4 or 5 incredible partners in the Collin County area. God is on the move in Plano.
As a guy who's had the privilege of going through the Watermark Institute, I can personally attest to the passion, the training, and the leadership, and the biblical teaching that I still pull from in my role as campus pastor for our new Frisco campus. And we just celebrated a year of gathering together and watching God move and change lives in North Texas. The fact that we have so many people who have left relationships and other campuses to start this new work in Frisco and to watch their consistency and diligence reminds me of God's faithfulness.
Another amazing thing is that in September of this year, our Watermark Fort Worth family celebrated 1 year in their new home on 20 acres just north of I-30 in Fort Worth. And next year, they're going to become an independent local church, allowing their staff to spend 100% of their time focusing on the amazing ministry they've got going on in Tarrant County. With with almost 2,000 fully devoted followers of Christ. Friends, we say here all the time, we're not trying to do great things for God, we're trying to respond to the God who's done great things for us. Among those things, He's given us our heart, our mind, our strength, these days that we might serve Him and people all around us in our homes, our neighborhoods, and our world. These past 20 years have been amazing, but let's look expectantly towards ways that we can serve God today and going forward to our tomorrow. Stay tuned for more stories about things like The Collective, recording and worship with Watermark Music, a new campus in South Dallas, our college ministry starting the 9, and young adults responding to the Awaken Conference and planting churches all around the world. There's so much more we can do together. Let's be faithful in small steps today as we serve the God who constantly provides for us in our tomorrow. Let's keep praying, why not us? It was the right prayer then, it's the right prayer now. Let's go, church.